What's going on, guys? My name's Josh and I'm back today with another movie review. I just got done seeing The Northman and I loved it. Now, before I get this review started, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel, then you better watch out because it's time to get this video started. Let's go. The Northman is a 2022 film that just hit theaters, and the film stars Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, and Anya Taylor-Joy. And the film was directed by Robert Eggers, and the plot of this movie is Prince Amleth, played by Alexander Skarsgård, a royal-turned-warrior who goes on a bloody, mystical journey to avenge the murder of his father. Overall, guys, so I had a really good time with The Northman. I just was a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. So first I want to get into just the general plot of the story. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but just generally what, the story's about at the beginning, at least. So pretty much the story starts out with our main character, Amleth. His father is the king, and his father pretty much makes him take an oath that, his father's a warrior. If his father were to die in battle, Amleth is going to have to avenge his father's death. So he kind of makes this promise, makes this oath that, anything happens to his father, he'll avenge his death. Shortly after, we actually see his father is murdered, and the murderer who has his father murdered also tries to, kill Amleth, but Amleth is able to get away. He actually sees that, his mom is taken away by the people who murdered his father, and he pretty much gets away, though, and he kind of escapes on a ship. And he makes a vow that, he is going to avenge his father's death. He's going to, kill the murderer, kill his father's murderer, and he's going to rescue his mom. And that's kind of how the story begins out. We then see flash forward, it's been years now, and now Amleth is an adult, and he's a warrior. He's definitely a savage warrior, and he's become a really good warrior. And he kind of finds out about, his father's killer, about what happened after, his father was murdered, and the new killer pretty much took over, his father's kingdom. And then he finds out the whereabouts of where, this person who killed his father lives now. And what he does is he kind of disguises himself as a slave and goes on a ship pretty much that's going to the killer's new kingdom. And he is able to pretty much infiltrate this new kingdom and poisons the slave, and that's how he's able to get close to where his father's killer's at. And it's all just to get close to the killer, just so he can kind of avenge his father's death. Along the way, he does meet another slave in the movie, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, Olga, and they kind of have a romance there. But really, his whole mission is to, avenge his father's death and pretty much get back and kill his father's killer. And that's pretty the general plot of the movie. But I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with this. It definitely is a very bloody. It's definitely a violent movie. It was a good time, and I feel like Alexander Skarsgård in this movie was definitely a badass, and I really enjoyed him in this movie. He definitely has a lot of cool fight scenes, and just in general, I like the plot of this movie as well. And as far as what I did also like about this is there is a little bit of a twist in the end of in the movie about, why his father was killed that I thought was pretty cool. And I feel like it just made the person who killed his father, his story a little bit more complex. He wasn't just killing his father for, just to get power. There's reason behind why he killed his father. So I know overall though, I really enjoyed the storyline. I also liked the location of where it was filmed. I know the story itself is supposed to take place in Iceland. I'm not sure if it was filmed there or not, but where it was filmed was beautiful. Overall, I feel like it was, I definitely enjoyed the storyline. Also, I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Viking folklore in this movie and just some of their beliefs that I wasn't really as familiar with. Especially with Amleth, he kind of takes his vow to avenge his father's death and if anything happens to his father. And then once his father's murdered, it really is his mission. And he has to, avenge his father's death because he took this oath. So just kind of learning about a little bit about their beliefs, I thought was really cool. And just some of even just the way they would fight, I thought was really cool as well. They almost kind of tap into this like animalistic side of themselves that just when they fight, the Vikings were vicious. And you just kind of get to see that with Alexander Skarsgård's character. Yeah, he definitely was a badass and definitely, tapped into this really, savage side that I thought was really cool to watch. And yeah, there was just some really cool fight scenes, and I think the fight scene at the end, I really liked that as well. I thought the location of where that fight scene was neat. But yeah, overall I had a good time with this. Now, if you're not really into violent movies or bloody movies, then you might not really enjoy this movie as a lot. But if you kind of like, these types of movies where you like, where someone's murdered and then, the family member's trying to avenge, their family member's death, and it's kind of a bloody, violent movie, then I think you'd have a good time with this, and I definitely say check it out. Like I said, I had a good time, with watching this movie. But yeah, that is my review of The Northman. Did you see The Northman? Is this something you're planning to see? Have you seen it? If you did, please leave your comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching.